Morning, everyone. We're here at Way Mountain Temple this morning to celebrate GuanYin Bodhisattva's Enlightenment Day. You know what day that is on the lunar calendar? Anyone? There are a few birthdays, few dates you should remember. Okay, so for her, this is the one is the birthday. One, the day she's born, and second important date for her, if you're a follower of her, is the Enlightenment Day. So the day you're born is pretty important. And then next date that to remember is the date when she was enlightened, which is the 19th day of the lunar 6th month of the lunar calendar. Okay? I just checked it last night. Okay. But thank you for joining us. Today is a very special day for us, all of us, and so it's nice to be able to see you. Has been what is the meaning of this day? For the Buddhists, it's pretty important because it represents a very significant attainment for the life of a Buddhist. And the Buddhists aspire for enlightenment, which is the ultimate. The ultimate, the crowning achievement is not to become a king or become a president, but it's to become enlightened. Okay, and what does it mean to be enlightened? To be enlightened is to mean that you're able to join a very exclusive club of enlightened people who have practical wisdom, the kind of wisdom that is very beneficial for the world, but also the one thing that will make a difference is that when you open this practical wisdom, you will be able, for the first time in your life, be able to join a club of people who really, truly know how to be happy, if that matters to you at all. Okay? Enlightenment is a state of mind, a state of being, where you can free yourself from all sufferings. Okay? Meaning that the enlightened people, when they're encountered with a state of difficulties, state of suffering, then they have the ability to rise above it and distance themselves from the worldly concerns, whereas ordinary people cannot. So this is very significant, okay? And as long we're there, I'm very proud to share with you that this year so far, we have quite a few people who reached that state in our temples, okay? And it's no big deal. Don't even applaud it. It is a very special feeling when you're able to do that. And I find myself having to remind these people that they're there because sometimes they're not aware of it. And I'm so proud of it. I'm so happy for them. What does it mean for the rest of us? Not a whole lot. Okay? It's a very personal thing. It's not something you can brag about. Okay? If they really are enlightened, they would not be bragging about themselves. This is what's the sad part about it. Okay? But it's well worth it, let me remind you, because again, if you really are unhappy with yourself, your life, this is a beautiful attainment where you really have control over your own happiness. You no longer depend on external things, on others, for your happiness, which ordinary people cannot say so. Okay? And this is only possible because they've been working very hard. Some of them have been with me for quite a while. Some of them are new. And I don't dare tell you how many have improved this year, from the first time to join 1G to higher as well. And if I tell you the numbers who along that class that in the Buddhists consider to be a privileged class, you'll be shocked on how good our people are. So congratulations to all those. And settle down, come on, control yourself. And amazingly, the enlightenment is not the way it sounds, not the way it sounds like. Because when it says, when you become enlightened, you go into this club and you join the exclusive club of people who understand compassion, who understand, who really get to enjoy life. It's not the way you think. You think that based on the Chinese, the Asians, they think that cultivation is hardship, and sacrifice yourself, and you're so strict and so forth, and that's a low level of cultivation. When you get to this level of cultivation, you're free from all those restraints, those constraints. Okay, it helps for you to work that hard, to be stuffy, to be strict with yourself, but it's not necessarily the most effective way. Okay, and it happened. It dawned on me. It happened because of the support that we've been receiving all these years. We've been most fortunate. You've been most generous in coming and cultivate with us and supporting us. And so that we really didn't have to worry about a lot of things such as money, such as material things. And for that, I'm very grateful for your support, okay, which enables us to distance ourselves and not burden ourselves with worrying about making ends meet, mortgage payments and so forth, clothing and food and so forth. And so it's because of that support that our people have been able to not worry about money, because it's one of the big worries of ordinary people. These left home people, they shouldn't have to worry about that. Okay, and so we're grateful for that, for your support. And also, I also want to mention to you, among these people, which number is not small at all, okay, compared to most Buddhist organizations. It doesn't matter how big they are. Our numbers, the numbers of the people who reach these grounds, 1G, 2G, and so forth, okay, quite high. And it's really, really remarkable. And I want to bring it up because I want you to know that because of your support, their achievements is very significant. And those of you who have been supporting the temples, been coming to cultivate with us, you also have a share of that. That's your blessings too, by the way. So congratulations to you. Because your turn is coming. You will, because of this is your blessings. No one can take it from you, except me. When I run short, I will use up yours. But what's amazing is not just left home people, but we also have lay people who also joined the club. Isn't that amazing? So we have a lot of very okay. Dedicated and talented people. Okay? What we're going to do with these people, I have no idea. Maybe someday they make something of their lives instead of leeching off me. I don't know. But I pray to God it's going to happen soon. But from my perspective, I feel pretty good because we are able to have more people who can help out at various levels. For example, now we can wade into society more and hold more classes, more events to benefit more people. And so I'm very pleased today. Anyone has any questions? It doesn't stop there, by the way. We will keep going. Unfortunately for us, in the past year, the past 6 months or so, we lost a few people that have been with us for some time as well. And their blessings ran out, so they had to leave. It's unfortunate that they had to leave. We wish the best for them. What I've seen about them, they've been struggling a lot, which is very unfortunate. And that's life. Yeah. I hope they will do better. Questions, comments? You see any difference about the people you've seen in the temple, or are they all the same, just afflicted and greedy and for fame and profit? Huh? Anyone notice anything different? No? Nothing? Yes, 8.
I noticed Daeji changed a lot since she came to America. We all noticed she changed a lot.
That's nice. But she's
a lot
not.
Happier.
But she's not that in that group.
I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah. Not just her. Quite a few people changed. Not just here, but in K-Land as well. People. Well, what's impressive about you is that you cultivate. You cultivate well, and the result is that you improve. All right. Anyone else? Now I see people walking around. Who is it? Who is it? Chances are that you look at 1 out of 10, you're bound to find someone. Yes, go first.
A Di Đà Phật. Dạ thưa thầy, con có người bạn tu lâu năm theo tiểu thừa, thì họ nói rằng tiểu thừa quán từ bi rất là rõ ràng và dễ thực hành, là họ quán phải thương người chung quanh trước, những cái người gần gũi, rồi từ từ tới kẻ người thân, rồi mới tới người oán, nói từ từ lan rộng ra. Thì theo con nghĩ thì quán từ bi như vậy đó, có thể là cũng dễ thực hành, nhưng mà nó không có cái tinh thần bao quát của Đại Thừa. Nhưng mà con cũng không có biết làm sao để mà giải thích. Thì hôm nay con xin Thầy dạy cho chúng con biết quán từ bi theo tinh thần Đại Thừa là như thế nào. A Di Đà Phật.
Her questions are never easy. How do you contemplate compassion? Such a good question. But the problem is that if I answer it, I'm going to offend a lot of people. So I will not try to answer. I will leave those people, some of whom I said you made it, to try to answer. How did you get there? You cannot possibly join the G Club without having great compassion. That's impossible. Okay? You don't know it yet, but you are greatly compassionate. Okay? So as time goes on, this great compassion will become manifest, and you understand more and more. In fact, what's the difference between the 1G versus the 2G and 3Gs and so forth? Who knows? What's the difference? Five? Would you care to venture a guess?
Yes, Master, just a guess. So the ones who are higher, would it be that they have an opportunity to show more compassion or help more people?
Great guess. How did you guess? Right on the nose. Impressive. Such a smart lady. The higher your level, the bigger your compassion. Okay? And you ask these people, how come Master said you are 1G, now he said you're 2G, and so forth. What difference do you make? And you know what the answer is going to be? More specifically, ask the question along the line of Jung's question. Did you contemplate compassion in order to get there? And the answer is, hell no. So the answer, in general answer, is that you can try to do it that way, but on the other hand, from the Buddhist teachings perspective, from the Buddha's teachings, the Hinayana practitioners are not taught how to develop great compassion. They're taught to develop compassion, but not great compassion. And therefore, in their techniques, in their understanding, which manifests in their practices, they don't quite know how to develop this great compassion. Okay? So this contemplation that Jung talked about, you contemplate loving kindness for the one close to you, for yourself first, for your family members, your loved ones, your friends, and enlarge the circles to your enemies and frenemies and so forth. That is the Hinayana style of development. In Mahayana, we don't do that. Okay, for example, what I cite is Master Xuanhua's instructions on how to develop great compassion. It never mentioned that. Okay. Number two, you look at in a Chan school where they train a lot of enlightened people. Remember, I told you the concept of being enlightenment, this great enlightenment, the G Club here in Mahayana. You must have great compassion, otherwise you cannot be a member. And in a Chan school, do we train our people on contemplating compassion at all. Actually do the exact opposite. We bring them to something called chanchi and then abuse them and torture them. Okay, and you look at, for example, the Pureland school. Pureland school is also a school that develops great compassion. Where does it say there that they need to contemplate compassion at all? Because you see, Amitabha Buddha and GuanYin Bodhisattva, great strength Bodhisattva, are three examples of great compassion. And yet, in the Pureland school that you learn from the Asians, or from what I taught you so far, is no contemplation of great compassion. Okay? So therefore, the technique that they talked about is an invention from the people who don't know how to develop great compassion. So therefore, there it goes. I try not to insult people, but I failed again. And so the problem with that process is that unless you have great compassion, you will not be able to understand how to develop it. So that's why these instructions are not conducive to your opening your great compassion at all. It makes you more compassionate, makes you kinder, yes, more compassionate, yes, but will not open your great compassion, not at all. Okay? And so it's a good thing they're doing that. It's a good start for them to really understand the importance of developing compassion. But the way they go about it, hopefully one day, because of the seeds they're planting right now through Yunga and to those people who practice contemplating compassion that way, eventually they run to, when they have enough blessings, Mahayana blessings, and someday they run to someone who will teach them how to do it better. That's all. So it's a good start, is the easy answer, but it's kind of slow. That's why we don't do it that way. They should do it. It's a good thing for them to do that, for the followers to do that. There's nothing wrong with that. We don't do that. It's because it's too slow for us. All right? Good question. Anyone else would like to ask a question? Is curious about anything? Yes. One.
Thank you, Masters. Recently, I feel a little bit overwhelmed with all the kind of the materials, teaching from the temples, activities. I feel like a lot of teaching I need to study Suragama mantras, Vajra sutras, such and such. So I would like to ask Master instruction, which one should I prioritize to study or learn? Thank you, Master.
Okay, another good question. Learn them all. How about that? Huh? Just learn them all. Try your best, and don't worry so much. You try your best, and there's so much you can learn. That's natural. The most important thing about that process is not to reject. Okay? Meaning that when you have a chance, let's say this afternoon, you have a chance after the lecture or something, we have a chance to do evening ceremony or 42 hands and eyes, okay? If you will have time, you have nothing else, I would not do that on a hot day like today. But I stick around the Buddha hall and endure the heat and to practice, okay? You try your best is what it's about. It's not about success. It's about giving it your all and not quitting, unlike those people who quit, okay, recently. It's too bad for them because they had, some of them, a few of them have a good momentum. They didn't realize I've been teaching them, but the thing about Mahayana training is that when we teach you, it's not the way you think. It's not always like do this, do that, okay? And so that's why these people, they misunderstood a lot of my instructions, okay? But that's part of the training. You must endure it. You must not quit. If you quit, you drop out of orbit, that's it. You have no chance. These people, on the other hand, some of the people that I talked about, and the number again is not small, okay, at all, which what's amazing about you, all of you. I'm so impressed. I never could expect this because I saw my master's disciples and I said, wow, we are a lot fewer, a lot smaller, and a lot better, okay? So for these people, some, as I said, some of them have been with me for a long time. Some of them have been just so new to us, and yet they make it. The difference is that they simply do it. They don't question. They don't worry about whether they can do or not. The attitude is that it's more than you can handle. And therefore, you try your best, and you keep on doing it day in, day out, weekend after weekend, and it happens naturally. Okay? The reason that when we give you instructions, most of you don't realize it's directed at you, okay, is because it's much better for you, much faster for you, okay, to acquire such results, as proven by the fact we have so many people who join the special, that exclusive club, okay? And the only one common thing is that they try the best, okay? And of course they failed. There's no way they could do everything. When I told them to do certain things, they fall short. They failed, okay? And unlike those who left, who quit, they did not blame me for their failure. Okay? They failed, and I said, okay, I failed today, I will try again tomorrow. If I fail tomorrow, I try again the day after tomorrow. That's the attitude. Don't be like worldly people who need to have success and are so scared of failure. For us, we're very tough because these people are supported by you, sustained by you, is that they don't worry about failure at all. In a real world, you fail, you're fired. In our world, you fail, you pat on the back and say, okay, keep trying and keep at it. Okay, don't worry. Okay, it builds character. All right? And so you're doing just fine. You try your best in one day. You keep on failing one day. You don't quit. One day you wake up and you say, wow, I like this. That's when you can choose to specialize in one thing only, not the other. Okay, Master Xuanhua, my Chinese teacher, he told us very early on, he says, he told us monks, you should all specialize in some sutra right now, meaning you can choose a Vajra Sutra, you can choose a Lotus Sutra, the Shrangama Sutra, Avatamsaka Sutra, and so forth. Many of them chose Avatamsaka Sutra. I couldn't understand it. Some of them chose Shrangama Sutra. I couldn't understand it either. So I didn't choose anything at all. Okay, I tried to learn them all. To my utter dismay, I couldn't understand much. Okay, and so I'm teaching you from my own experience. Okay, we don't do it the Chinese way. We don't do it Master Xuanhua's way, and that's why I feel it's a little bit faster than the Chinese style of training. Okay, because they're still stuck on results. We're not. As long as you're on the right path and you don't quit, you will make it. All right? Anyone else? And it's not just we're talking about making it to the club, to join the club, but also when you do it, you actually for almost all of you, you are experiencing some good stuff out of it in your daily practices, yes? You feel peaceful, more blissful, and so forth. You're improving consistently. In contrast, those who left, they're sinking consistently. I recently took a glance at someone who left. This person dropped like a stone. And now this person becomes worldly and so arrogant and lacking respect for the Sanghas. That's terrible for someone who used to be a Sangha, meaning that there's no wisdom whatsoever now. Before, there's respect. When I put someone there, because I'm reminding all of you, this person deserves your respect. Be careful. You're not respectful, you're creating offenses for yourself. Now, being outside, they reveal their true self, having no respect for anyone, no respect for enlightened beings. That's why they're nothing. And no one is telling them. Every time there's this thought of disrespect for our enlightened people, oh boy, are they sinking even faster than the day before. And how scary it is. But that's life. You must bear the consequences of your own karmas. Okay? Thank you, everyone. We stop here today.